What's going on, y'all? It's the KJ Nolan here. Hey, man, we got to get into this whole Cenat thing, man. This has gotten way out of control. For those of y'all that don't know, Cenat is a very popular Twitch streamer, online personality, etc. But he was supposedly going to be having a giveaway earlier today. People were expecting that he may give out some sort of PS5. People thought he was going to be giving games away. It looked like he was intending to give away gift cards of some sort. He was trying to let people know that they needed to be safe out in New York City before he would even come out to address the crowd. He told them to be there approximately 4 o'clock or something like that. People started lining up for this thing at 1:30. Thousands upon thousands of people got out there, especially teenagers, which is his primary demographic. They were outside, they were unruly, and unfortunately, an entire riot ended up breaking out. So I'm just going to break down the entire story and give it to you straight from the news, all right? They say, in a stunning scene, a crowd of thousands packed Manhattan's Union Square for Cenat's hyped giveaway that quickly got out of hand Friday afternoon, with some clambering on vehicles, hurling chairs, and throwing punches, injuring police as they struggled to rein in the chaos. The NYPD said Twitch streamer Cenat will be charged with multiple counts, including inciting a riot and unlawful assembly. At the height of the riot, shouting teenagers swung objects at car windows, threw paint cans, and set off fire extinguishers. Some people climbed on a moving vehicle, falling off as it sped away. Others pounded on or climbed atop the city buses. Police made at least 65 arrests, including 30 juveniles. This event was unpermitted and unsanctioned. It grew rapidly to thousands of young people, which NYPD Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry said they attacked officers instead of complying to leave. He said he would have liked the parents to step in, but they were not present. He said, "I had thousands of kids out there. I needed thousands of parents. When it gets to the point where it's disorderly, we want the parents to come and take control." 3 officers out there suffered injuries during the mayhem, and 2 were taken to the hospital. 1 sergeant suffered a broken hand. 4 civilians were also injured. Madry says that a 17-year-old was hospitalized from what was initially believed to be a gunshot wound, but it ended up being a firework injury. He says people were suffering out there, adding that he saw people bleeding and having asthma attacks and panic attacks. Some motorists were trapped as people climbed on top of their cars. This gathering in Union Square began after Cenat posted an image on his website and Instagram account promoting the giveaway at 4 p.m. in the park. People started lining up as early as 1:30. By 3 p.m., the crowd had swelled to thousands and was getting unruly. Some young people leaving the park said they had come expecting to get a computer for live streaming or a new PlayStation. Just before 5 p.m., police had gained the upper hand on the crowd as many people began to disperse. NYPD sources told Eyewitness News they did not want to arrest people and they did not want to escalate the situation further. This is very fortunate because sometimes the NYPD be ready to beat folks down. They were trying to show as much restraint as they possibly could, but I'm going to keep this rolling. To gain the upper hand on the mob, the NYPD flooded the scene and pushed the crowd away, making sure they didn't come back toward Union Square. Upon first arriving over the scene, the news reporters, they saw a group of police officers holding up pieces of plywood and taking cover behind cars that were stuck on 14th Street because of the crowd, as they were being pelted by objects thrown from the mass of people. So they were just throwing shit at the police officers for no good reason, just being wild and unruly, being fucking idiots. There was construction happening near the 14th Street subway station, and people in the crowd had grabbed and were throwing paint cans and other equipment from the construction company. Some people climbed on top of the gazebo, which covers the subway, as well as the George Washington statue, which depicts the former president riding a horse. Of course, this was in the middle of traffic, so a number of drivers were trapped in their cars as they were surrounded by the crowd, and 14th Street was shut down as police had to set up a barricade of officers. An Uber driver was caught in the thick of it. He says police officers pulled him to safety through his vehicle's passenger side, meaning that he was forced to get out of his own Uber vehicle. They told him to get up out of there. So he had to leave his car behind just so he could find safety and come back and get his car at a later time, because the police warned him somebody might get killed out there. Eventually, Kai did make his way outside with his entourage, and they hustled through an excited crowd, crossed the street, and went into the park, where he was seen at the center of a cheering, shoving mob. At some point during all of this, Kai Cenat was even removed for his own safety because these kids out there, they were just being obnoxious. They were doing the most. They were mad because the giveaway never happened. So they were really trying to find their way to get something, right? I think they were probably trying to intimidate him at some point, intimidate people he was with. And then, of course, with the police being out there to restrain things, they started threatening the police, started throwing shit, and just trying to do whatever they could to mess up the situation since they didn't get what they wanted. This is why people don't be respecting the young folks these days. This is why people don't have a lot of hope for you young motherfuckers. Y'all are so smart. Y'all are so intelligent. Y'all have all the technology at your fingertips, but y'all don't know how to act. Y'all have no emphasis on decorum, manners, stuff that your parents tried to teach you. Y'all don't want to learn that shit. Y'all think y'all could just get ahead in life doing whatever the fuck you want to, and it's just not how it's going to work, which is why so many arrests were made. Out of 65 arrests, at least 30 were teenagers. Makes no sense. Now, at one point, an SUV believed to be carrying Kai Cenat drove away from the scene, and there were people literally hanging on the sides and sitting on the top of this car, refusing to move. Even the news was like, why isn't this truck stopping to let these people get off? It's not that they were trying to stop to let these niggas get off. These niggas did not want to get off no motherfucking way. So a couple of them did fall, but they didn't tell niggas to jump on their car. Like, that's the decisions that these folks decided to make. And if one of them got ran over, if one of them got injured for falling off, that's a conversation that they got to take up with their parents. And their parents going to have to ask them, well, why did you do it? Don't blame that shit on Kai. What I blame on Kai is that he didn't get any type of permit from the city to have this large gathering. He should have known what his impact was going to be, or at least an estimated impact. Like, if I put this out there, this is in my hometown of New York, I think 1,000 people may show up. If you're going to have a gathering of 1,000 people, you got to go to the city. You basically got to get a block party permit. At this point, I'm sure you have a publicist. I'm sure you have management. Somebody on your team out of this entourage should have told you what it was. If you wanted to do a scavenger hunt for gifts, y'all should have went out there and pre-set some stuff out there for people to get. You know, put it in somewhat fairly easy proximity when they got there, to where the ones that found it. The ones that didn't, you know, hopefully it wasn't going to be too crazy. But to say, meet me here, we're going to do this, I'm giving away free shit, and you know that your audience is young, impressionable, and just bored, yeah, you kind of got to think this through a little bit better next time. So yeah, at this moment, I don't know everything that Kai Cenat's going to be charged with. They say multiple counts, including inciting a riot, unlawful assembly. I'm sure there's going to be more. Quite sure he might serve some time and have to pay some hefty fines to the city because of it. I wouldn't say that I'm a Kai Cenat fan. I don't really enjoy his content. He screams way too fucking much for me. You know, that's not very player to me. That's not very dapper. That's not my type of style. But, you know, for those that enjoy him, this is your leader, you know, and you guys got to hold him accountable. Y'all got to talk to him, let him know, hey, bro, don't put us in that position like that. Because even though a lot of people are out there acting like idiots, those of y'all that are level-headed, y'all got to be the ones to be the loud ones. Y'all got to be the ones that really speak up in them chats and let them know, bro, we didn't like how that shit played out. Do better. Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing any of my content on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. And I will see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.